thanks for coming back to Old Town Finds. And today we have Karen, my good friend Karen. And she is my thrift buddy that I picked up off the internet. It's a standing joke. Anyway, we wanted to go over some things we found this weekend. Karen made some amazing finds. I'm really kind of jealous without me. We're supposed to be thrifting buddies, but, you know. Anyway, we did hit an estate sale over the weekend together. It was really kind of cruddy out this weather. We had a big weather change, and we were caught in the rain. But we did make it out Saturday to that. And then I'm sorry, that was Thursday. That was Thursday. Long weekend. And then she made it out this weekend to, where was it?
Cool Spring?
A church sale.
Spring.
So, yeah, like I said, she found some really cool goodies there. And just wanted to kind of go over a few things that I found. I found a really neat collection of pottery, salt glazed pottery, animals and little crocks. They are Beaumont Brothers pottery, and I believe they are, I forget where they're from. I forget. Anyway, they're Beaumont Brothers pottery. Looking up the prices, I did a quick search on it, and these adorable rabbits. Let me see. Look at this other one. I thought these were like really cool. I don't do rabbits, but these look just, I don't know. They have that really cool country look to them. And I think they can fit in a lot of different like primitive and country decor.
And you can't have just one.
Right. So, yeah, that's it for the bunnies. They had some smaller bunnies, but I paid $7 for these. This one was $8. Well, why is that? Because it's got color on it? Anyway, I paid $7 and $8 for these, and I would expect to get about 40. About 39 is what they're going for on eBay. I have not seen any of the larger ones that sold. I don't know if it was as large. There was one that sold for 16, but I think it was a smaller one. But I would expect to get about 39 before shipping on these. So, and they are marked. They're all marked a little different. They have the, like, written in there BBP for the mark. Some of them have the dates. These all are around 1990s, 1980s.
Very cool.
So yeah, there's those. And then I got my kitties. This one I paid $6 for, and I'm thinking this one will probably go for about $30 or so. And again, it's marked with the BBP. And I got two little ones. I'm sorry, I'm all cramped up here. Two little ones. They're both pretty much the same. The little dots on the back. I paid $2 a piece, and these are selling for about $13 to $15 without shipping. So I would probably list them about $20, $22. And these are marked. This one was 1998. They're both 1998. So those are kind of cool. And then I got some really cute little Crocs. I thought this was really sweet. And it says kitty treats. And it's just a small little Croc. This one was $6. I would expect probably about 29 to 34 on this, I think. And this one has no date. It just has the BBP. And then the other Croc I got was a super cute kitty.
So cute.
Yeah, I think it's really cute. The kitty stuff, the animal stuff, of course, you know, you have major collectors on all this stuff. So I don't think it'll sit too long. This one I paid $9, and I think I'd probably get about 40 for it without a problem. It is a good size, good for the kitchen. So, yeah, that was that on the pottery. And then, oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I forgot this one's hiding over here. I did get a pretty pie plate. It's really nice and deep. I paid $4 for this. And it's another Beaumont Brothers piece.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Very decorative. I think I'd probably get about 25 to 30 on this, plus shipping. Like I said, I paid $4 on it. So, I think it's pretty. I love the saltware.
Very nice.
I got that. And then I picked up a couple. I didn't really notice how bad the binding on this one was. I was kind of disappointed when I really looked at it because it was really busy in there. And I was kind of having to fight my way up the stairs and to view some of the stuff. And I just picked up, I know the Bopsy twins usually sell pretty good. And I got their 2 books. And these are dated, oh, I don't know. I hate it when they do the MCM. I don't know it. I think it's 54 or 64.
54.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That was
Okay.
50 and then
Okay.
4.
So anyway, I'm thinking I paid $1 for them both. I might be able to get $10 for them both, plus shipping. I just thought they were kind of new. I like the older kids' books. They seem to sell okay. Okay, and then also that at that same estate sale, I got this Betsy Johnson bracelet, and it is like I guess like a moo pattern. It has the black spots. I paid $3 for it, and it has the BJ Betsy Johnson initials on the heart, and the ribbon thread through the silver tone. I forgot what I saw this at. About 29 is what I saw. Is that about right?
That makes sense, yeah.
Karen does a lot more jewelry than I do. She does a lot more about the jewelry than I do, but this is just a better, not a higher end, but a better quality costume jewelry.
Right.
So, but it's cute. It's pretty. I think it's missing a couple of the little rhinestones in the heart there, but it still shows pretty. It still has a little bit of bling. So yeah, maybe about 20, 24 with that little flaw.
Yeah.
So, the next thing I got, this is a remnant from a flea market I went to. Like I showed you the other day, a couple things I got from when I went to the flea market. This one is actually signed. I've never seen them signed. Anyway, it's 1995, and it is your little bluebird of happiness, bluebird, whatever. And it's a candle holder.
That's really cute.
I paid $2.99 for it, and I think I could probably get about 10 to 15 out of it. Probably closer to 15 plus shipping. I wouldn't have a problem listing it about 22 with the shipping. And then this was a Salvation Army find that I've had stashed, put away for a little while. I haven't really looked these up yet, but I have a gut feeling they're probably right around $10 to $15 a piece. Little geisha ladies. And as you can see, I paid $2.99 for them. I'm sorry, there's so much glare. But this one is carrying little bucket-like things, paper material. Very pretty work on them. And they're small enough, they're not overwhelming for, you know, like a small shelf or any kind of decor. Yeah, so I paid $2.99. I'm thinking about, what, 10 to 15 is what I was thinking? Plus shipping. So, of course, I have to look them up. They do have stickers on them. I'm not really familiar with this. It says OMC or MOC Japan. So, and they're really kind of dirty still. So, but I thought those were really pretty. And then the last thing I've got, which is kind of cool. Let me reach over here.
Yep.
Now, this is a decanter. I've seen him all over the place price-wise, but not with all the cups. And I have the cups turned backwards. But you got these like little shot glasses.
It's so cute.
And you would actually hang them this way maybe. either way, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. And this screws off, which I haven't messed with. Let me see if I can get that. I'm not going to do that. I think the cork might come off. It's a little old. And it says, never on Sunday. And, of course, he's hugging that light post and sitting on the garbage can. But he's kind of cute. I think I've seen him out there for, I want to say the one I saw was 24, but he only had like 2 cups with him. So, of course, with all the cups, I have to do a little bit more digging. I would suspect that I could get probably close to about 40 to 50 for him. So, and he's got all his good, he's all nicely colored still. And he's cold painted. Like I believe his face is cold painted. Meaning that the paint sets on top of the glaze, and it can easily wash off if you're not careful. So for him to have all his paint intact is pretty nice for the age. So I'm thinking he's probably about mid-1950, 1960s. So, and I don't know, there's no other mark. I don't know what he carried inside him. I have to do a little bit more research if it was, you know, what kind of liquor it was, but probably a bourbon or something. So, anyway, that is what I have. What you found?
Well, I was out at this Cool Spring Township church, and they had half price was from 1 to 2 in the afternoon, but I was there at 8:30 in the morning, so I wasn't sticking around for half price. But they had this stack of dishes, and I thought they were really cute, little salad plates or fruit plates, I guess they are. And they had $5 marked on them. But I never really thought about taking them or anything like that. So I got some salt and pepper shakers. I collect those, and I got a few of those, and I left. And then I went to lunch, and I'm sitting in the car thinking about these little plates. So I went back, and they were still there, of course. They
called you.
They called me. And I went back, and I got them at half price. They're Majolica. Majolica.
French Majolica.
And I didn't know any of this at the time. But the little lady beside me, she was trying to help me, you know, carry stuff to the front and everything. She said to me, "Those are so beautiful, aren't they?" She said they were hers, and they were from France, so they're special plates. And so I thought, okay, I'll invest the $2.50 in them. Well, then I get out to the car, and I did a little Googling, and I found out that they are Majolica. French Majolica. There's 10 total. And
they have alternating like patterns. There's like a couple of similar patterns, but they all have typical to the Majolica.
To match.
Yeah. Typical to how they did the sets back in those days in the 1800s. They would have all kinds of different fruits on a whole set. So
she knows so much about so many things.
Oh, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Just enough to be in trouble. So, some of these are marked PV, made in France, and some of them, and the leaves are all different too, pretty much. And then there's a couple that have different marks on them, but they're obviously from the same. Like this one, I can't even make it out, but it has a little bit of a different mark on it.
They're a beautiful shape.
Yeah, they are. They have some crazing on them. Which, like I was saying on my last video, Majolica basically is just old ceramic, and they use lead-based paint to really kind of brighten them up. And it afforded them to do all kinds of different colors. And I was telling Karen with some of my research when I first started doing, this one first started doing vintage and antiques and doing my research. They had a really cool story about how Majolica was actually painted. Why you see a lot of like what we
sort of matches.
Yeah, too. This is like what we were talking about, sort of like the same, but a little different. But like what I read, and it was a pretty good way to explain why there's a lot of sloppy paint, what we would consider sloppy paint on these plates or at any Magicka, is like you would have a little, because they had child labor back in the day, and you would have actually a child trying to keep up with the quota that they were required to do at a shop, and they were to take home some of these things, and they would have to paint by candlelight at night, and it made it very difficult, of course, to see where they're painting and stuff. If you can imagine trying to get some accurate coloring. And then also the colors would be different because they used a different mix at home or something. So things were a lot different back then. There was not a lot of professionalism, They just wanted to put out the work, and they didn't care how, if you had to do 50 plates a day and you only got 25, well, you're taking 25 home and have to get that done before tomorrow. So it was kind of interesting, kind of a sad way how things used to be, but that's how they used to do it.
So then what would I be able to get out of those, do you think?
The one plate you saw at 35 or 38?
38.
38?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you saw a set for how much?
$345? Something like that.
Yeah, there was 8.
There was 8 in the
8 for $345. So, you paid $2.50? $2.50 for the whole stack.
Mm-hmm.
Not per plate, for the whole
10
stack.
of them.
This is where shopping buddies are supposed to come in.
I called her to come shop with me.
She texted me.
I did.
I
texted you.
Big sale. After she's showing me pictures. But I would think that you could probably get $30 to $40 a plate realistically. And hey, that's $400 for the whole set.
Wow.
I don't know. We'd have to do a little bit of looking to see how long that other listing's been on, and
right.
To get an idea. If you want to move it, or you want to let it sit. It just really depends on how.
Right.
I'm a firm believer. I test out the market. I can afford to hold on to things due to my storage. I can hold on to my items a lot longer and let them sit. I don't care.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna cut my arm off to say in spite of myself. But for if you really want to move it, now I do have things that I say, I want to get rid of this. Drop it down well below. Of course,
mm-hmm.
You know how that works. Right. So
leave a little meat on the bone.
Mm-hmm. Well, but $2.50, you're gonna have a lot of meat.
That's a lot of meat.
So, no matter what you sell it for.
Right.
So, and then the other day, she again without me. Where is this at?
I was down in Sharon at a church.
Another church sale.
I do really well at rummage sales.
She comes and she sends me a picture of this. I'm in the middle of doing some work. I have no idea. I don't have time to stop and look at it. And then I take a minute and I'm like, oh my God, how much you pay for that? And how much you pay?
25 cents.
A quarter. Yeah.
Just something about her and the lines. I just thought she was beautiful.
What did we find out that she was? She is a Keystone Pottery. Keystone China. And they had other ceramic shops and stuff that made much simpler, not nearly as pretty replicas of this.
Mm-hmm.
What did we find out her price was?
Gosh, I don't remember. Was she too?
It was like $245.
I think that's
exactly. It was something right. Like outrageous for a quarter.
Right.
It might have been more. It might have been $295. The other one that we found had a green.
Right.
Whatever. She's holding the scarf thing, but she has a little bit of wear.
I guess it's her clothing.
Yeah. She's considered what we, a nude. And you can look up Dancing Nude by Keystone China. And she has a little bit of wear on her face. And, I mean, it's typical with age and handling.
She almost looks like an award.
Yeah, she does. She does very much look like an award. So she's pretty.
She's my thrifting award.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, I think she can sell it between 150 to 225, realistically. But if you want to move it, of course, you know, again, it's going for the lower end of the spectrum. So, but Karen did excellent, most excellent. And that's pretty much what we have accomplished in the last couple of days.
It was a good weekend.
Yes, it was. So, but anyway, appreciate you guys coming by and checking out our finds. And please remember to like and subscribe down below. And also, link to my eBay and Etsy shop is located there. And I also will throw in Karen's link to her eBay store. So maybe you can buy some of these.
Getting started, so
yeah.
bear with me.
Hopefully, in the near future, you'll see these up there. So. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.